Hi, my name is Fierdet. We are Cariber. We aim to be Thailand's leading learning platform. So the obvious observations that we found is that people like to learn from the best. However, it's not very easy to do so at the moment. You know, imagine going back to primary school, high school, universities. Your parents expect or wish you to have the best sort of educations that they can afford. And when you look at lifelong learning segments, there aren't really one at the moment. There are mass opening online courses, the low players that you can learn from, but they're pretty much focused on quantity rather than quality. And you have an exclusive offline course, which can be effective, but not affordable and not scalable. So we aim to be that person. So we want to be your place to learn from the best on everything. So currently it's an online course, an average of 2 hours that you get to learn from the best in each areas, from thought leaders to business executives. You get to learn from CEO of Thailand, the most valuable company in Southeast Asia, ex-CEO of the biggest consumer bank in Thailand, director of the highest grossing Thai movie of all times, legendary songwriters, and many more. Right now, we have at least 20 instructors confirmed in 2021, and we plan to expand much more in the next year. Currently, pretty much we focus on the business and personal development areas, as we want to make sure that we get the firm pictures of what we're trying to communicate. Once that's in, we step into a little bit into lifestyle content such as cooking, songwriting, filmmaking, and many more. By next year, I think the numbers of between business contents and lifestyle contents will be more even out. So in terms of the competitors, I break it down into three segments. First, there are foreign players, which I think majorities of the key differentiations are language barriers. You know, many of those players, such as Masterclass and Outliers, only offers in English contents, which language barriers is rather important in developing countries such as like Thailand, Indonesia, and Vietnam. We do have local players, which I think the main point is the quality of the instructors that we bring. We won't be able to compete in terms of quantity of the contents, but rather the quality of it. I think we are very different. And there are also indirect competitors, which I think we are much more affordable. I think less than 10% of what you pay at exclusive offline costs. You pay at Cariber, you get as much content with as depth the topics of the offerings. So in terms of the business models, we charge a yearly subscription of 5,000 baht. You pay once, you can watch every single course for the whole year. That is an average of like spending 3 online courses in Thailand, which I think that's rather reasonable in terms of pricing. We have launched for 7 months. Our traction so far, we have 2,600 paid users, and we have grown 200% Q on Q, both in terms of revenue and paid users. So I think one of the most important questions that we get asked is how do we then scale that number of quality instructors, which we feel that that's our unfair advantage. First, we have Career Fact as our media with 250K followers. We get that once we have that medias, we get to meet with many of those potential instructors, thought leaders, and business executives. We started to interview them, develop those relationships, and then convince them to come on board. There are many success cases that has been proven before. And second, we also have investors and advisors that can connect us to many of those instructors. Those two are the initiation points. However, once that sets in, which is kind of this moment, I think the networking effects play a major role in expanding those quality instructors. Since majority of the instructors or the potential instructors know each other very well, and we can easily just based on their names and then their relationships to make sure that we can connect with one another quicker. And that has proven to be very helpful. We have grown a number of contacts, a number of confirmations by 5x in the same amount of period of time. So last but not least is team. Both 4 of us are university friends. We are in the same batch, studying in the same faculty, different majors, but with the same belief that quality education in Thailand isn't easily accessible at the moment. From our own experience, I have benefited from the systems Uh, lucky enough me to study in Singapore. Many of them have fallen under these systems. We know what it means to be able to access to those quality educations. We want to make sure that we can level the playing field. I'm the CEO taking over tech operations and marketing, previously at C Group with a bunch of internship at tech company. Phil is taking over on the content part. Previously, he was the author of 5 educational books with 100,000 copies sold. Mai is our creative director, also working with Phil. She was previously head of curator at TEDx. And last but not least, Phil is our CFO. She's also CPA certified. So let me end with our visions that we want to achieve. It's rather simple, but I think very ambitious to achieve. Is anyone should have an access to high quality educations. The questions would be that, do they want to? Like, not can they have it? So I think that's really something that we aim to work towards that every single day. And yeah, we believe that we are just only getting started.